Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but I had a few ideas kind of swirling through my head, so I figured I'd kind of talk through them a little bit, and that helps me process them and maybe gives you guys some ideas for new builds and like directions to go as well. So yeah, I'm Milkman L. Hope you guys are still staying warm. It's a lot warmer here today. It's weird to think that it's 40 degrees and it's 50 degrees warmer than it was here a couple days ago. So that's nice. Pipes aren't frozen anymore. Life is good. Actually can like get out with my kid and not worry about him freezing to death. That's always a plus. Oops. I need to upgrade or update my game. This is Path of Exile. Obviously. Update that. Chat's not loading. What am I doing? Amateur hour. Alright, cool. So one thing that sort of informs my builds a lot of the time is I really like damage over time, for one, and I also like things that have tons of projectiles. I don't know why I think that's cool, but just like flooding the screen with nonsense is a priority of mine. I guess not necessarily even like projectiles, just tons of like small hits that add up to something significant. So the builds I kind of wanted to go through today are trying to like figure out a way to make Shrapnel Ballista work. I've tried it before. I did a champion with Impale, and it was fine. Clear was okay, and single target was actually pretty good, but clear was mediocre, and a big part of the problem was that my totems kept dying. My ballistas kept dying. And so my, damage went down dramatically because of that. So, I got really frustrated with the build. Basically, I think I only made it to like the mid-70s or something before I quit. And I had what for me was, pretty decent gear. I think I maybe spent like 3 or 4x on the character or something. So, I mean, not like, the budget certainly wasn't huge, but it was good enough to, that it should have been able to move through the 70s pretty comfortably. But it didn't. Anyway, I wanted to figure out a way to make that work. And the next one I wanted to give a shot was an assassin using Cyclone to cast on crit Blade Vortex with a poison build. Because I thought that might be an interesting way to like build up tons and tons and tons of poison stacks really quickly. So gonna give that a shot. I might. Oh, whatever. I was fiddling with chat. I don't have my laptop up right at the moment, so if you want to chat with me, I'll get to it as soon as I can. I actually have Path of Exile open, so you could PM me in game if you need to, or whatever. This is just in case somebody drops by and wants a trade. Anyway, the third thing that I wanted to do was address maybe a rework of my Discharge Ignite Elementalist. So I did fine with it. I got through some pretty deep in-game content. I was doing Elder Guardians and things like that, which for me is pretty good. Being able to manage those fights. But I was finding that generating charges was getting to be sort of a problem. Power charges were fine, and consequently endurance charges were pretty, fairly easy to generate too, but like I was hardly ever getting any frenzy charges. I had that mod, well I can show you my armor. I had the mod where you get 10% chance to get a Frenzy Charge on hit, and was using that with Ball Lightning. And that just really wasn't doing it super well, so like my theoretical damage output was quite a lot higher than my actual, pretty much all of the time. So I'm basically stealing a page from Badger's build, Badger's Discharge Ignite build, and using Feral's Fur to generate power and Frenzy Charges, and I'll still be using Vol's Devotion as an amulet to make sure I have endurance charges. But, and we can talk a little bit more about the mechanics of that as we get into that build. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get to all of those things right now. I only have about 45 minutes or so, but we'll see. I'll continue later if not. Later tonight, hopefully. So, Badger's build was maybe what I would consider a little squishy. I think he had like 162% extra life, as I recall. I can look at it. I saved it. 67, excuse me. So he had a fair amount of life, but this is like all this gear is like ludicrously top end. I won't ever realistically be able to afford any of this, even though like this league has been far and away the most lucrative league for me. I have way more value, I think, in any of my characters than ever before, maybe with the exception of Delirium. But I've had some pretty good RNG. Picked up a few items and crafted a few items that were worth like several exalts, and sold those pretty quickly for profit. But I mean, dude, this staff alone is like probably the only one of its kind in the game. I mean, it's like ridiculous. It's just, that is like impossible to craft for me. But things like this, like, you know, a kick-ass +1 power charge, dual influenced circlet with the right enchantment on it, like that'll never ever happen for me. So in any event, I'll do the best that I can. Definitely with a slant towards survivability. Excuse me. So anyway, we'll get started. So I think the first thing that I wanted to do was the cast on crit assassin. I think assassin's the best way to do this. Because basically we'll be focusing on doing a whole bunch of little tiny poisons instead of like huge, like several huge poisons like you would be doing with like Darkscorn or something like that. In which case the Pathfinder's proliferation's a little bit better choice. Where's that now? There we go. Yeah, I forgot they switched around these nodes. So, yeah, Assassin gives you like bonuses based on how many poisons you've done to stuff. So, you know, 0.5 life per poison as recovery, that's pretty handy. And then extra crit strike chance. So, we'll roll with this. Send it. Oh. Duh. So we'll see, like, those are no-brainers. Normally, like, you want these, because I'll be critting all the time, but I also want more crit chance. So I can cast on crit pretty much constantly. And this is a fuckload of critical chance. We'll try that. I guess this is one of those things that you could respec out of this, if the survivability proves to be an issue. Might be an issue against bosses especially, unless maybe you get some like elusive boots or something. And the no reflection from crit strikes is pretty cool too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So these nodes are awesome. The extra fizz and extra crit, or extra chaos. Sorry. So this wheel's gonna be the way to go. I don't know if I want to do it like that though. Damage over time. I guess I have to have one of those before they come this way. So I'm thinking I'm gonna want to head up here because there's some dagger nodes. I think accuracy is gonna be a problem. Well, so let's back up a step. So we can go about this a couple different ways. So I could get Lycosity as my shield to just always hit. This is a sort of crappy shield though. Other than that, I could craft hits can't be avoided on like some sort of dedicated poison weapon of some kind, dagger or claw. That seems reasonable. Or I could just increase my accuracy a whole bunch. Let's see where we can get with just an accuracy approach. Because having hits can't be evaded on a weapon, I think, is a prefix, right? And that might be sort of damage prohibitive. Hits can't be evaded, so that is a prefix. It also costs a couple exalts, so that's an issue. And I don't think I have that craft, so I'd have to pay for it. Pay crafting service to put that on there. Yeah, so that isn't ideal. So you need that, and you need this for sure. So that leaves you with one prefix left. Yeah, that's not thrilling. Maybe I can just like mock up a weapon and see how that goes. So let's do that. Oops. Well, I wonder if I can find anything like that. I was searching for some Stygian Vices for my Elementalist reboot, which we'll get to in a bit. Any weapon. Poisons. Let's see. Hits. Evaded. And no, that's good enough. Let's see if there anything like that exists. Yeah. Better yet, let's see if I'm actually searching for the right thing. I never know when there's like multiple things like that say the same thing, which one I should be searching for. Oh, maybe I have to search for the crafted. There we go. Ah, excellent. So somebody has had a similar idea. So this is the kind of thing that I would be looking for sure. Wow, that's actually like perfect for this build. Okay, and the life gain per hit, awesome. 17 days ago, huh? He's offline. Yeah, this is more like what I expected something like this to cost. Alright then, well, let's just copy and paste this, stick it in the build, see what happens. And then the other thing that I would consider is that this build will not have very good area of effect. So Poison Prolif is something to think about. And since we're an assassin, the best way to do that is with the dagger, whose name I cannot... Bino's Kitchen Knife, that's what I'm looking for. So this is what we'd use for like an accuracy-based thing, and I think damage might suffer a little bit with this, because you don't have the 60% chance for 100% more damage, literally double damage. So I'll see if I can make the accuracy thing work first, without, you know, kind of going out of the way too much. So we're gonna name this the Bino's accuracy tree. And then we'll have a fancy claw auto hit tree. Okay, no, we're gonna work on this first. Done. And we'll do this as 3.13. What are we doing? Oh yeah, CoC Poison. CoC Poison Assassin. Nobody loves poisonous cock. Okay, so we're gonna do this, life, get that, because that's one of the best nodes in the game. Sort of a no-brainer. Go up here. I think this dagger tree, where's the dagger stuff? This is, I have Bino's in my items right now. Okay. And we need to be level 90, we'll say. That's just kind of the level I choose randomly, because that's typically about the highest I ever get. Okay, so a whopping 46% chance to hit. Let's see where the dagger stuff is. Okay, does that have accuracy? Yeah, this wheel has accuracy. Crit chance, yeah, we'll do that. And all of that stuff, chaos damage. Daggers, life leech. Probably won't be doing too much actual damage with hits, so I don't think that's a problem. So daggers are here, here. Phasing, this is attack speed mostly. Okay, well that's legit. That's still useful. So we'll come down this way. Okay, that's all the poison stuff. So that's definitely something I want. Yeah, don't need that. So I think the assassin thing still does 40% chance to poison, right? Yeah. I know assassin took a massive beating, and like they took all the weird like random mods off. Oh yeah, the other thing that makes assassin really good for this particular build is the 5% increased poison duration for each poison you've inflicted. So like, so recently is over the 4 seconds as it described. So things are going to be getting hit a whole lot. I don't know exactly how often, but I bet you 10 times a second is not out of the question, especially for like bosses. So what's that? So 50% increased duration per second. So like poisons are gonna last 200% longer, or 3 times as long as they normally do. So your poison will last like 6 seconds instead of 2. Just from that. And then we'll have some other modifications to that too, I think. Like, yeah, increased poison duration here. For instance, okay, so there's all the dagger nodes, or wheels. So definitely want phase acro and all that stuff, because I won't be having any armor or energy shield. This will definitely be an evasion character. Wait a second. Aren't there boots I think Fenimus's boots make you regain energy shield per hit, right? Yeah. For each enemy you hit, which is affected by Spider's Web. That's pretty cool. So that might be a good option if we go with Beano's, because it might even go like CI or low life. No, probably not low life, but Chaos Inoculation would be nice. Maybe like switch this to a Trickster or something for extra energy shield. Probably just leave it as Assassin. Well, that's an interesting thought. I'm going to just slap that in the build, just so I don't forget about it. So we'd have to have something that grants Aspect of the Spider first, though. Because that's going to be a crap ton of energy shield regen. And this is just attacks for life augment, or regen. Which is still going to be a lot, because this will be a Cyclone build. Fascinating. Okay. Well, moving on. Well, we'll consider that in a minute. This build might take me a little bit longer than I thought to get through. Okay, so we'll act like this is a life build for now. So there's that. What's my accuracy? Okay, 66, still terrible. Take that extra cold res, some crit stuff, a jewel. Oh yeah, do I need any of this? I don't know if I want any extra power charges. I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll actually make. Because I don't think I get any bonuses. It's just for max power charges, yeah. Oh, crit multi per power charge. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the damage looks like at the end. Kind of when I'm figuring out the final points. Okay, and then this is attack speed and accuracy. That's fantastic. I will take that. We'll take those. This whole wheel here is really good. Oh yeah, I should search for accuracy. Because I think that's going to be a problem. So 82% ain't terrible. This is all one-hand stuff, right? Dual wielding. Would I dual wield? Probably not. So I think I want to come down this way, go up here, do that, and use a Mistwalker. Let's use a Mistwalker. Oh, Mistwall, sorry. My bad, Mistwall. How much are Mistwalls this league? No, so nothing, basically. Fantastic. So that's a realistic choice. No. What am I doing? Yeah, so Mistwall is an awesome choice for this, and then I'd probably use a Kintsugi too. Is that smart? Yeah, I think that would be. So that's a super nice defensive layer. So Mistwall gives you max block chance if you haven't blocked recently. And then you start phasing and get more avoid chance if you have. And then this, if you haven't taken, if you haven't been hit, you take less damage. And Wind Dancer is the same way. So that's a pretty potent way to not get like massively one shot. So that's most of my points. So I have 126 life. That is not going to cut it. So So what do I need to do to fix that? Can I make it over here? That's 111. Do I want to do it from this side? So I go through here, get some extra accuracy. So that's 2 extra points. That's probably worth it, right? Like, reflexes is actually a pretty damn useful node for attacking evasion builds. So 145 with that. Oh, and I don't have elusive in here. Bummer. Kind of need that, don't I? Yikes. Let's see what, if I add in precision, what's my accuracy look like? Okay, so that's actually problem solved. Let's see what it looks like if I take that away. So 95%. Okay. So I don't know that I need to go all the way over there. This might be the smarter play than getting those. It saves me a couple points. I really wanted a cluster jewel though. You know what? Maybe I'll do. This is a little on the radical side. Maybe I'll just take that off. Do that. Pick that jewel spot up. Then do this. Come across here. That's a lot more life. And I'll get that jewel too. So I'm more comfortable with that move. What's this? Projectile damage? Lightning arrows. That'll give me some strength too. I actually need strength. Increase physical damage? Yeah, why not? And I can get these too. Okay, so 169, 252 evade, got some good dodge, got my elusive. Okay, let's see what damage looks like. So, I would say Malevolence is a no-brainer. And then also Herald of Ash, or sorry, not Herald of Ash, Herald of Agony. Agony, and we'll put Enlighten on here.
Hey AT&T customers, are you tired of paying
Delete that. So 3%. Not really. That's not ideal.
$60 a year in added taxes and fees. You'll pay $0 in added taxes and fees.
So that might mean
so stop paying and start saving with Spectrum Mobile.
that I need to get this.
By switching. Click to learn more. Spectrum Internet requires
skills. Yeah. So if I did that, I'd be at 117 and have 13% unreserved mana. So I'd have, what, 83 mana? That should be fine. Okay. So skill-wise, Cyclone. Gonna have cast on crit. Oh, and items, Coralitos is kind of a given to me for the extra poison duration, because that's gonna really help, and that'll help with prolift too, so that'll be a clear speed thing. And Witchfire Brew is going to be great because so Witchfire Brew gives you the despair aura, and everything that's around me, you know, is what's going to be getting hit. Or another way to say that is my like, I won't be attacking things that aren't within this aura. So, that's going to be a great thing to have on board. So cast on crit, Blade Vortex, and we want, what is it, Anomalous that steals life? Yeah. I mean, that's not going to be, like, much, but it's better than nothing. And we might consider, oh yeah, I'm not pathing through there anymore. If I needed to, where's the dagger? Yeah, Stabbing Thirst, that's decent to have. My hit damage is like nothing though, but for mana that might make a difference. That would probably be enough mana to, with how many times I'm hitting, that would probably be enough to mean something. And same deal for the Blade Vortex. So basically I just need one item with a little bit of accuracy on it. Okay, so poison damage, added chaos, cool, we can do that. Awakened Unbound. See, these are reasonable things to add in, I think, because I would be realistically able to afford those. Do I want Infused Channeling? What's the difference here? No. Yeah, so Infused Channeling is nice for the less damage. For Cyclone, but I don't think that actually supports... that wouldn't support Blade Vortex, so that's not ideal. All of these things support both gems. That's pretty important. So Cyclone does 31,000 damage per poison, attacks 6 times, so that's pretty decent. And then Blade Vortex with 10 blades does 81,000. So DPS is... Okay, so 80,000, so I would be doing 270. Well, that doesn't seem like that much. That said, that should ramp pretty spectacularly. I bet you the real damage output of this is very much higher than that. Oh, and we need to do serious. Let's see. Poisons applied recently. I think it's pretty realistic to say 25. Let's see. Flask active, yes. Yes, power charges. Okay, there's where a lot of my damage is. Frenzy charges. I guess I should probably figure out a way to get frenzy charges. Not sure what that would be. That's affordable. Could maybe opt into a frenzy charge on hit armor. That's not a terrible option. Might have enough survivability with Wind Dancer anyway. Did not need Kintsugi. I don't know, Kintsugi's pretty sweet. Well, that's an option, at the very least. So that is not... Oh, that's for... that. Okay, this needs to crit more often. How can we make that happen? Oh, that has increased elusive effect too. Interesting. Maybe that's a note worth taking. Yeah, so the power charges obviously made a huge difference in damage. Let's Let's see, so that's dual wielding. That's not really something I'm interested in. Blinded enemies. True Strike would be interesting because that's just generic crit. That might be a good thing for me to have. What do I get rid of instead of that, though? Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? Check this out. Uncle's Harmony. This is an awesome amulet for... Yeah, okay, that's what's up. So, the fact that crits don't deal extra damage, totally cool. Doesn't matter for this build. So you basically just get 300 extra crit chance. I hear the child alarm. Hold on 1 second. Alright, much better. Pacified the 4-year-old for now. Okay, so I think that's actually a pretty solid beginning for this build. Cool. So there's that. And why don't we go over to the Fancy Claw auto hit tree. So we'll build this in much the same way, except for Foe Impaler will be our go-to. Is that the cheapest? Is there an alternative to do that a cheaper way? I don't think so. Okay, so I don't need any of that. Get life. Now, the energy shield option is really intriguing to me. I like that. Do I go up there this time? Let's see where the claws are. Claw stuff is there. What's this? So crit multi. So crit chance, crit multi up here. One thing that I always forget about when changing trees is that you have to do that again. You have to choose your ascendancy stuff. Okay, so we'll come down here again and do all this. I really want a cluster jewel. I might be able to have that with not needing to do, so I need that again. So that's an easy way to get into the claws. Which way? So crit multi that way, and attack speed. Interesting. We'll see which way is best. So I'll put everything in there, and then go back and deselect the ones that aren't as useful. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. There's some claw stuff over here. This is the poison one, right? Yeah. Good times. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so poison with claws. Is this useful? Attack speed and movement speed. I mean, that seems good, right? Overwhelm 10% physical damage reduction. That might actually be pretty useful. I'm not sure how that interacts with poison. I think that's a hit damage related thing, which would mean that poison isn't really an issue there. But we'll see. So do that. Get that life there. So I think the value of going over here is sort of diminished because these nodes don't mean as much. So I'll probably get the life in here. Attack damage while holding shield, huh? That does not include ailments, so I don't think I have any interest in going there. So we'll do this. This is probably worth it for the life regen and strength. I'll go down here. Get that. Do I have enough points? Yeah, I can come down here and get this node, which is super nice. And this, just sort of as a side bonus, will let me, I think gives me a bleed chance too, right? Attacks have 20%, yeah. So I can leverage things that like work against bleeding enemies. So that's, you know, not a huge benefit, but it's something to think about. So I still have jack shit all for life. I need to get phase aggro. Oops.
Wendy's is dropping the hammer with 2
So 144 is not my favorite amount of life.
So if you've been wronged by
I guess I can get more on these jewels. And I've got pretty good defense. Like layers other than that. So wow, so the attack damage is remarkable for Cyclone. Why is Blade... Oh yeah, because all of these things on the claw are attack related. Got it. Interesting. Okay. So this is definitely more of a just Cyclone poison sort of thing. Okay. I got you. Let me see what the so I know 100. This is definitely the more survivable and probably better clear speed option. I think I kind of like this better, actually. Oh, so the Blade Vortex damage here wasn't all that great either. Oh, but I didn't change weapons. What am I doing? Well, I thought Blade Vortex was better. I remembered it being in the 100,000. Huh. Well. Well, based on that, the other build is pretty clearly better, right? Or the other weapon. But it's also really rare and hard to get. So maybe Beano's is, and the clear will be worse. Maybe Beano's is a decent starting option? Or perhaps there's ways to leverage that damage a little bit better. Okay, well anyway, this is a decent starting place. Now I want to kind of go back. I guess I'll talk about the what is it? Shrapnel Ballista. So, I was thinking Elementalist actually would be a decent option for this. So, like I was saying, the Ballista's dying was a huge problem for me, so I was hoping to do sort of like a Golemancer kind of deal, and my problem with summoning builds has traditionally been that your summons just die, you constantly have to get them back, but with this, resummoning your golems after they get killed, that's awesome. So, I think I might roll with that, and then this so I think I want that, because this Bastion of Elements is just really powerful defensively, and this doesn't do a whole lot of good for a Shrapnel Ballista, because it doesn't have area of effect. The extra 30% more damage is great, obviously. And it might be something to consider, because I will be doing some pretty hefty damage conversion, I think, on this. But I think maybe just the Bastion of Elements, like, do I need this? Oh yeah, this is immune to elemental damage, so that's these four are kind of a given, I think. They can be my meat shields for the ballistas. And exposure is probably worth it. So I'm trying, I think this LE equilibrium gonna work. We'll have to think of a way to get this to work. Like, I'm thinking this will be either a lightning or a cold build. Maybe have, like, what are the rings? Call of the Brotherhood. That convert lightning to cold. And then, I don't know, maybe fire is a good option, though. Fire would probably be easier. So let's see. What is it? The Signal Fire? Yeah, Signal Fire is a pretty popular choice these days because of all the assassins running Blade Vortex conversion, and chieftains, I guess, for that matter. But mostly assassins, because I think chieftains have easier access to fire conversion than assassins do. So this is a good option. What is Zoff's Nurture? Is that the bow? Yeah, so Ignite Prolif. I don't know that Ignite is really the way to go on this. Because it'll be a bunch of little tiny hits. So that's not particularly useful, I don't think. So we'll get rid of that. What would be a good bow for this? So maybe like Arborix? If you haven't cast Dash recently, what the hell? When did they change this? Okay. If I haven't cast Dash, so 20% increased attack speed if I haven't. Okay, so basically I'm just not going to use Dash. Okay, got it. Grants level 30 Dash skill. Okay. So I guess that's an option. Reach of the Council is another one. This is the volley? Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. So maybe just like a straight up, I mean, this is nice for the extra arrows from Shrapnel Ballista. Yeah. Huh. Let's see how much an Arborix is. See if this is a realistic ask. Because I mean, I don't plan on making this build right now. Oh yeah, this is cool. But, you know, I always like to sort of be realistic about my options. Like, if I'm gonna make a build in here, like, it can't cost more than a couple X. Unless I'm just, like, reaching for the stars, like I was with my Stormcall guy when the Awakened Spell Cascade. So, yeah, I guess we'll just roll with Arborix. See what happens. So, we want Shrapnel Ballista, because I'm crazy. And I have no idea how to build this. So, let's see. So I'm going to want to end up here somehow. Oh yeah, so let's get some golem stuff. So Primordial Chain, right, is the one that's the extra golems and such. Okay, so Primordial Chain. Three number of golems, 40% less life, and they move really fast. Great. So the Anima Stone is the one. So I want at least one of those, right? Limited to one, okay. And then I need another primordial thing. Golems have attack speed. I know very little about golems, so bear with me here. -1 golems. That's kind of cool. Golems are aggressive, yeah. Okay, well that's definitely what I want, because I want them to be up front so I can put ballistas behind them. Increased golem damage for each type of golem you summoned. Yeah, I don't really care about that quite as much, because this isn't going to be a golem build, per se. Like, they're just hanging out. Primordial Eminence. The 38% increased golem buff effect is kind of nice. I don't know, I think I kind of want my jewel slots, though. Because I already need 3 jewel slots. So, how are we going to do this? So I think life build is best, because I'll have a stone golem. So let's get stone golem. You know, the easiest way to do this is just to evenly golem. Golems! So definitely, what is this? More damage per non-golem minion. Oh yeah, I don't care. Then flame. What's ice golem do? Crit chance? I think I might venture down to what is it? Unwavering stance? No, resolute technique. I think I might roll down here. So crit is probably not an issue. Okay, so I don't care about that. Attack and cast speed is probably pretty useful. So we'll have those. Minion life. Minion speed. Elemental Army. What does that do? So they have more LE resist, but they're already immune to elemental damage, so I don't really care about that. Okay, so they're already aggressive because of the jewel. Predator, awaken minion damage. How do we do that? None of this affects totems, right? I don't think any... Oh, well, that doesn't matter because it's not linked to it anyway. So, whatever. We'll just increase. They're already really fast, but we'll make them super fast so they can get to where they need to be. Okay, so that should be good. Maybe there's like a... Wait, can you give them Culling Strike? That would be awesome. Oh, well. That's kind of cool. Okay, Culling Strike it is. Alright, so, Shrapnel Ballista. Alright, I gotta get out of here first though. Spell damage, don't care. Energy Shield, also don't care. So what we want is as much elemental damage as possible. And minion stuff. Do we want minion stuff? We want totem stuff. So totem crit? Ah, bummer. So maybe I do need to figure out a way to get them to hit. Well, that's gonna be a challenge. I don't know, that sounds bad. Totem damage, placement speed. Let's see, so these are ballista totems. Okay. So maybe I can anoint that or something like this. Ancestor totems and whatever. Increased damage taken. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know, I think that might be the go here. Yeah, totem's action speed can't be modified below base value, so we can anoint this. And then in the meantime, focus on this totem stuff. Okay. So we'll get that. Why don't we just swoop down through here and then back up? I don't know. So life-based is the way to go, I guess. Maybe have to get a... So I guess I need to figure out first how I'm going to convert this damage. So I guess Fizz to Lightning? Or maybe I will do Fire. Fire's probably the easiest thing to do. So I can come up here. Is there... Wait a second. Hope Shredder. This does cold damage. Adds a whole ton of cold damage. It hit per frenzy charge, and I take 200 damage per second while moving. 0.5% of attack damage least is life. So I think that only applies to totems, right? Then I was going to check that.
Absolutely heroic stand. You're still going to be just such an underdog.
Stop. There we go. Let's see. Leech. Pretty sure that just applies to, yeah, to totems. Yeah. Troll Timber Spire, A. Use the player's own skills, buff charges. Okay, let's ask Dr. Google. PoE, totem, leech. Boop. The totem will see, yeah. I know that's an old source, but still. So I don't have to worry about that, right? I'm not AFK. Just not paying attention. Yeah, so that doesn't really do me any good. How will I regen life? I guess the stone golem will do a fairly decent job of that. Okay, so maybe I'll just rely on that primarily. So we're going to convert physical to fire. Shrapnel Ballista! Okay. Down I go. Totem damage, totem placement. Yeah. Plus 1 summon totems. Alright, life it is. Melee damage. Melee crit strike chance. That's fine. Wait, do totems count as minions? Not considered to be minions. There we go. Perfect. So maybe I'll get that. Am I going to lean into armor a little bit? Okay, resolute technique. Attack and cast, or attack speed, 8% attack speed seems pretty good. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So I need lots of jewels. Lots and lots of jewel slots. Alright, well, it seems that I'm gonna have to finish this build later. My kid's done with his quiet time. So we'll save this and we'll get on with this and the Ignite Discharge rework later. So thanks for watching.
My quiet time, Dad.
You finished your quiet time?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Well, I'm Milkman Al. Thank you for watching. I'm usually on 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time. And I will see you guys later. Appreciate it.
$200.